Open up to the next odd page of your notebook and go ahead and copy down the title, Decimal Division Rules and Model. Decimal division, rules, and model. I'm sorry, the camera's shaky. Hold on just a second. There we go. Decimal division, rules, and model. Make sure you copy this in your table of contents. And let's go ahead and write the rules for decimal division. Copy these down, pause your video, copy them down, and then hit play so that we can work some examples together. Okay, you should have these rules copied down. Rule number 1, the first step that you do is move the decimal on your outside number, that's called the divisor, until it is a whole number. So as many times as you need to move that decimal, you can move it to make it a whole number. The second thing you need to do is move the decimal on the inside number, that's called the dividend, the same number of times that you moved the outside decimal. So you're going to move your outside decimal, then move your inside decimal the same number of times. What you do to the outside, you have to do to the inside. Step 3 is bring the decimal up. And then step 4, you're just dividing. Normal division. Okay, let's go ahead and look at a couple examples of this. Example 1. Let's go through our steps. Step 1 is move the decimal on your outside number until it is a whole number. Well, 2 is already a whole number, so step 1 is taken care of. Step 2, move the decimal on the inside number the same number of times as the divisor, as the outside number. Well, I didn't have to move it at all on the outside, so I don't have to move it at all on the inside either. I don't need to move it. Step 3, bring the decimal up. So here's my decimal, I'm going to bring it straight up. That's just going to help me make sure it's in the correct place for my answer later. Step 4, divide as normal. Okay, so we're just dividing. Can 2 go into 1? No, it cannot, so I put a 0. 2 goes into 10 5 times. 2 times 5 is 10. Bring down my next number. 2 goes into 5 2 times. Bring down my next number. 2 goes into 16 8 times. That is 16. I have 0 remainder. That means I am finished. Excuse me. My answer is 5 28/100. Basic division. If you have trouble dividing, which a lot of students in the 7th grade still do have trouble dividing, you have got to come see one of your teachers for tutorials. We can help you. Any of the math teachers can help you with that. Mr. Tullis will be willing to help you too. But we've got to get division down or you're going to struggle in 7th grade math. So if this was hard for you, the actual division part, please let somebody know. All right, example number 2. This one we've got a decimal on the outside. So let's start back up at the top, follow our rules. Step 1 is move the decimal on your outside number until it is a whole number. So I'm going to move my decimal. I had to move it 1 time to make it a whole number. Step 2 is move the decimal on the inside number the same number of times. Well, I moved it once on the outside, so I'm going to have to move it once on the inside. Step 3 is bring up the decimal, and 4 is divide as normal. Now, when I have this kind of thing going on, I usually rewrite it because this gets kind of confusing for me and I forget where my decimal started and where it ended, and so I'm just going to rewrite it. This is not a rule. You don't have to do it, but I do. It makes things easier for me and I highly recommend it for you. So that's where my decimals are now. I've moved them over and this is the problem I'm solving. Bring my decimal up and now I'm going to divide. Can 21 go into 0? Can 21 go into 0? No, it cannot. Can 21 go into 6? Nope, it still can't go in. Can 21 go into 63? Yes, it can. 21 goes into 63 3 times. 21 times 3 is 63, and you're left with a remainder of 0. So 63/100 divided by 2 1/10 equals 3/10. We're going to do lots of practice with this in class. Make sure you bring your notes. Thank you for doing your homework, and have a good evening.